Good evening. Ha ha ha. Welcome back to the twisted world of Clock Tower. Do you know Clock Tower 2 has nothing to do with the other two Clock Tower games before it? This just kind of uses the same engine, so they just called it Clock Tower. Anyway, yeah, how are you all doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ha ha ha. Clock Tower. Yeah, that would have been pretty fun. Instead, it's called Clock Tower 2 Ghost Head, which is kind of cool. That's a cool name for a game. Just chilling. Hope you're having a nice day. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. How are you doing, Soldier Mix? Oh, what's up with my voice? Ah. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Melee Pro Zame. Hey, Awkwardly. Hello, everyone. Hello, Arrival of Purist. Yeah. You were hoping to have me drink some peanuts and Pepsi today, but the store was out of Pepsi. I thought that you were saying that you were gonna like force me to go get that. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. That's kind of still. I don't feel like this is some kind of weird trick you came up with. Please buy you a Pepsi. Okay. Here's some pocket change. You have no. This is real. All right, I believe you. I guess. I guess I believe you. You're okay. Just been playing games and eating snacks. What have you been playing? You would never lie to Graphite. Hello? Well, you better not. You know what'll happen. The shakedown. Reverse streamer donations. Honestly. Panzer Dragoons Y and Shin Megami Tensei 1. Cool. I'm not really the biggest fan of Panzer Dragoon, but Shin Megami Tensei 1 is very cool. Love running through identical mazes forever. Graphite affiliate when? Well, it seems like we're on track to be there in maybe like maybe within like 2 weeks. Like all we have left to get for affiliate is 50 followers, which I'm at 39 right now. Which seems stupid. It's only been like a week. But I don't know. I'm not that concerned with affiliate. Really the only thing I want affiliate for is for emotes. The rest of the stuff is just gravy, really. You like how fast the SMT games are? Yeah. The way that you like blaze through the hallways in the first Shin Megami Tensei game is really fun. It's very zippy. You just want a one next to your name. I guess that's understandable. Graphite emotes. Yeah, I guess I don't know what the hell I will do for them. Seems like there's kind of like some standard emotes that most servers seem to have. Like there's like a peak emote and like a like what other ones? Graphite Pog? Can I really Pog? Is that really Pogging? Ah, Poggers. Ah. Ha. Graphite Black Cat? Oh my god. For a second I was like, what? Then I remembered. Then I remembered our arduous trial of last night. You know, after that, I was I was like in quite a bit of pain, but I was like so amped up from actually finishing the game that was like my body just like could not feel the pain. Uh, did I get it? Oh yeah. Okay, so what it turned out was we didn't have to kill all those cats because the pendant would never drop the from the cats, and we had to go to a specific random ass like secret spot where you can climb up and you get a fixed boss fight against a witch cat it's called, and then that cat always drops the pendant, and that's what we did. There was I think his name is Timmy Potop. I think is I shouldn't assume it's a guy, but somebody who was in chat said very generously after a while that it was a fixed encounter. And then I was looking around for the secret spot for a while after that, and then we got it. It was fucking amazing. It was literally the stupidest thing I've ever done before. Killing 55 cats? Was it 55? You counted? You really counted? That's some dedication. Oh my god. Over 3 hours. What a horrible thing. What a stupid thing. But I mean, hey, that's the experience when you're watching dumbass streamer who cannot even win at tic-tac-toe without 3 people's help. So hi Mocha. Don't drink all that stuff, Low Graphite, but it's good. It all tastes good. I like it. Actually, drinking alcohol and energy drinks at the same time feels terrible. I remember, oh man, that terrible medieval stream that I did back when I was a normal streamer. I was drinking Monster. I think I was drinking like Monster and tequila or something, and I was getting heart palpitations. That was horrible. The Arby's, whatever. It's just normal soda. Actually, Augersley, what were you drinking when you took that picture at the Arby's? More people should send me drinks because it's just you force feeding me Monster and cider and Augersley's Arby's. Yeah. It's just fun to have this progressively expanding collage. You don't trust Arby's? Do you have Arby's in Germany? I wasn't even sure if we had it where I live. I don't know. It's not really like a top tier chain or anything. Mocha hates Coke Zero. I can't tell the difference, really. You've never seen an Arby's? That's fine. Maybe your life is better for that. It is not good. Well, maybe you did it for the bit. Well, thank you. You're dedicated. You like the name though? Yeah, it is pretty nice. I don't know. It makes me imagine that it's like run by a little man named Arby. Maybe he's really friendly. Hi, Leica-chan. Welcome. Or Leica Raven. Why did I call you that? I guess because I was just responding to Mocha. That was weird. You hate knowing that the next time you go to America, you're going to eat Arby's. Well, you can go by yourself. If you really want Arby's, I'll take you there, I guess, but I won't eat it. Well, actually, maybe as a goof for when we get affiliate. Even though I don't care about affiliate, I'm just gonna keep saying this because I don't want it to seem like I care about it too much. But I'll go and get Arby's and I'll record a stupid like video review on my phone or something. Let's all go there. Yeah. Channel field trip. We're all going to Arby's. We're all going to eat the same thing. Actually, I don't know. I think all of their stuff is just like meat sandwiches. It's kind of disgusting. There's a 3 pepper sauce at Arby's that's pretty good on fries. 3 pepper? Like, what? Like, what kind of peppers? You're planning to go yourself, but now you're going to make me drive everyone? Fine. If this is my fate. You don't want to have Arby's? Too bad, Dot. Too bad. The Arby's off collab. Curly fries? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of curly fries. They kind of remind me of like, this is gonna sound disgusting, but they remind me of like maggots, kind of. Like, especially when they're like not that crispy and they're really like tightly coiled. Like, I don't know. Like big fat like grubs or something. They have gyros now? Maybe that would be interesting. No idea what kind of pepper. Okay, well, I mean, spicy stuff is good. Had a gyro there and it wasn't too bad. Should have had the gyro. It always makes them more appealing. You always wanted to eat the grubs from the Lion King? Yeah, I'm not opposed to eating grubs. Like when I eat, rotini pasta, I always think of those as like, man, this feels like I'm eating like huge maggots or something. I'm just kind of like, this is kind of disgusting, but kind of fun. Kind of the same way that's like, they market like green ketchup to children. It's like nobody wants to eat that, but children or something. I don't know where I'm going with this. You'd only have a problem eating bugs if they burst like gushers. Yeah. You know, sometimes I find ants in my apartment and I have a hard time not just picking them up and eating them. I've never done it yet though. I'm afraid they would sting me. Uh, well, now that we've gotten everyone riled up with all this talk of eating bugs, anteater graphite persona, nah, it's not cute enough. You already know what my persona is. Well, so I don't have, I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful that Clock Tower 2 might be kind of fun. Maybe there'll be something fun in it. Arby's, no. Random ants in apartment, yes. Yeah, I mean, I got my priorities straight. I'm a I'm a well-rounded adult. So like, it looks like this game got terrible reviews around the time it came out. Has like a 49 on Metacritic, and it seems like it had its defenders. There's one guy that said, "It's a terrible game in a conventional sense, but like a cult film, it's redeemed by its willingness to take risks and stand apart from the mainstream, and is therefore strictly for hardcore niche gamers." Which, yeah, sounds about right. Some other guy called it a poor attempt at a survival horror game, but that fans of Clock Tower may enjoy it. But I don't know. I liked Clock Tower. I just want to see with my own two eyes. At least you know where the ants have been. Yeah, my apartment's not too dirty. Is this Clock Tower Ghost Head? Yes, it is. Strangely titled The Struggle Within in the United States, which I guess kind of, based on what I know about the plot, kind of makes sense, but it's kind of a cornier title compared to Ghost Head, which sounds like wicked. Ghost Head. Only for the hardcore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm that hardcore, but Ghost Head is sick. Ghost Head is throwing up everywhere. Ghost Head needs to go to the doctor. This one, you hear this one's bad and has some cool character. That seems to be like the general consensus. I think that the first time that I ever heard anything about this game was, I think I mentioned this during Clock Tower 1, but there was Stop Skeletons from Fighting, who was formerly the Happy Video Game Nerd. He did a video series that was like, is it really that bad? Where he'd play these games that were like notorious for having bad reviews and see if they were warranted. And I think he played this one, and instead of just taking a look at it, he played it through all the way to the end. So I don't even remember what he thought of it though. Anyway, game capture. Let's capture this. Is it working? Yeah, there we go. I'm definitely not emulating this. I'll turn off all those drinks. I set up this background, but it's really hard to get everything straight. I don't know. I want it to have like a nice overlay. It doesn't quite fit. I don't know. Have some little borders. You think this is too gaudy? Should I just turn this horrible fucking rainbow background off? Hi, RetroArch. Yeah. I don't really like RetroArch, honestly. Did he play Castlevania 64? I can't remember. I think he played Kabuki Warriors for the Xbox. I remember that being one of the games. Hi, Hardneck Slave. Welcome. Whoops. Sorry. Ah. The problem with the rainbow is it contrasts so much with a dark game. Yeah, you're probably right. Here, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. There. And then we can make this window bigger. Whoops, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Fit the screen. Wait, I'm moving the wrong thing around. I need to like lock my shit. Oh, it's because the game capture is locked in place. I'm so stupid. There we go. Wow, that's just a damn photo. Oh my god, this is awesome. Cool. Whoa. What a cut. Oh my god. Uh the resurrecting Scissor Man as a cyber demon. I don't think Scissor Man's in this at all. I don't think this game has anything to do with Clock Tower 1. VN background, let's go. I wish. I should come up with something. Some kind of background that's not too obtrusive. Did I miss the little game I was talking about? No, okay, so I went to test it earlier. The game was Night of Bush Capturing, which is a game made by the propaganda arm of Al Qaeda, and it's just like a mod of like another game called Quest for Saddam, where you go through this like terrible like American base and you go and Night of Bush Capturing. Yes, don't get banned. Well, I get banned for playing Night of Bush Capturing or talking about Al Qaeda. But I was playing it and it was pretty entertaining, but the mouse sensitivity was so high. But like I couldn't play the game. Like it was making me sick just to like all the enemies were just like tiny little guys that were like almost impossible to click on. It was like giving me like brain rash to just play it. There's a chance? Okay. Well, I won't talk about it anymore then. I was gonna save it for, well, I won't even say anymore. I'll just stop now. I'll save my skin. So a nice thing, talking about it is probably fine. So, hey, Clock Tower 2. Hey, I'm not saying that I support Al Qaeda. There's a nice thing in this game. I think event cut means that we can skip through the dialogue this time if we are trying to get more endings. Remember? That was like the worst problem with Clock Tower 1. That was bad. Anyway, so Graphite is over party? Yep. Cancel me. Take me to Guantanamo Bay. They reversed the propaganda game? Yeah, I think I don't know what it was. It seemed to have been made on some really old engine. I think it's called the Garage Games engine. Oh, I'll be quiet now.
Alyssa just called. She'll be arriving tonight.
You really think it's okay having her stay with us?
The children don't know anything about it. Everything will be okay. Anyway, Ashley will be home soon. Don't look so worried. That might be Ashley.
I'll go and see.
Alan Hale. That Maxwell curse is...
Yeah? Ooh. Yellow cursed doll. Okay, I like this already.
Hello, Uncle Philip, Aunt Catherine, it's Alyssa. What was that?
Wow, subtitles? Yeah, They seem kind of novel after Kodelka, right? Their shoes are here, so they must be home. They only have one pair of shoes. Yeah. Yeah. Weird typesetting? What do you mean? Just the way that it's like practically flush with like the bottom of the game field. It's got good graphics though? Yeah. It's kind of it's got a really strange vibe to it. Like the characters are so spindly. They look like they're made out of like matchsticks. Wow, somebody missed the bowl. Oh my goodness. Why can't I examine that? Why can't I do anything in here? Justman 5000. Thank you for the follow. Okay, it seems like I can't do anything in here. So let's just leave? Maybe we have to come back with like a light source or something. I like the kind of dollhouse look of like this in Clock Tower 1. The way that it's like you're just like looking, there's like a void around the room and you're just like looking into a little diorama or something. Something about late 90s to early 2000s Japanese horror games have this really cozy local atmosphere. Yeah. It was like that with Clock Tower the first as well. Like the can we turn on the lights? Okay. Now we can actually like interact with things. I like this yellow blood or whatever. The blood green
I
for
wonder
rating
what
reasons.
this key goes to.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if this is rated M or what. Yeah, somebody should have like put down a tarp in here or something. The fact that this puke colored feels very on brand for the stream. What? Hint number 1. In the washing machine? Okay, what is that? Alyssa and Bates encounter different events. If you find yourself unable to continue, first change personalities by putting down the amulet, and then try again. Okay. What? Have we even been introduced to Bates yet? I know that that's like a mechanic of this game, but it seems strange to introduce it so unceremoniously. Is it weird that you think it's less gross if you picture it as blood instead of a different bodily fluid? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I feel like this makes it kind of weirder. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be like creature fluid or if it's like human fluid.
What happened here? A human torso.
What's going on? Okay, got like a little basin. Metal wash basin. You always think about this one moment in Silent Hill 3 where Heather walks home from the subway. It's such a small moment, but it's always touched your heart and felt very placed, very local. Yeah, that part is cool. I know what you're talking about. That one street. That's like kind of a side view, and like nothing happens on the street. Didn't RE2 for N64 have a green blood option too? I'd believe that. Blood feels kind of sanitary to you? How? What do you mean? Gonna go wash your hands in blood now? Do you remember Biofreaks having that option? I think about Biofreaks a lot just because the name is really funny.
Oh, the line's dead.
Okay, so seeming kind of unconcerned considering the human torso and the yellow blood and the missing relatives. Oh yeah, for you can make them run in this game by double tapping. Everything's normal here. What do you miss? Pretty much nothing. We just like started the game right now. How you doing, Wigmeister? It's the titular hot dog water. Oh my god.
This fireplace can still be used.
If your hot dog water looks like that, you might want to throw out the hot dogs. Hmm. This is a big ass house. These people must be rich. Get some good hot dogs. Is that a reference to something? Oh, I thought that was the light switch I was hitting. Okay, door's locked. You played some Fall Guys. Got some baby shower prep to do this week for Saturday. Are you having a baby? Or is somebody that you know having a baby? Why can't I interact with, like, there's like multiple doors I just like cannot seem to click on at all. Using Gatorade for hot dog water for extra flavor. That is like the worst thing I've ever heard. The idea of a sweet hot dog. Ew. You are April 8th. Whoa, congratulations. Wow. It must be exciting. Can I go up the stairs? Ah. Yeah? What is, kind of at a loss for what I'm supposed to be doing here. The door mysteriously won't open. A little terrifying, yeah. It's a big responsibility, but I don't know. What? Why is there like that little scrolling arrow next to the cursor when we like mouse over a door? And there's no light switch in here. We were able to turn on the lights in the other bathroom, like the bathing room. Kind of already feel like I'm at a dead end. This is pretty weird. There is a switch, you think? Where? We found a switch in this bathroom, but nothing else happened. Like, we found the torso, and there was like a little girl laughing, but I can't seem to like interact with anything. Anything that seems like I should be able to interact with it. Hey, wait, we got that hint. Where's... This is something about putting down the amulet, but we don't even have an amulet. Huh? Okay, we have to manually use the key, I think. There's that door that said it was locked, and we do have a key. I just figured that they would automatically use the key. Because I think the characters in Clock Tower 1 did automatically do that. People talk shit about the previous game, but this, yeah. Like, already. Kind of feels like, astonishing that even in the smallest aspects, they took steps backwards. It's that same Morrowind lockpicking noise. Yep. More. Cool.
What is that?
Phone ringing.
What? How? It's only an arm?
It's only an arm? What do you mean? Quick, get the lead balls. Oh, please. Don't bring me back to that. I hope there's nothing that stupid in this game. Almost missed me playing. Would have been awful. Where the hell was that phone? What do you mean? You're really that excited to watch this?
Oh, the line's dead.
What the hell? But the phone was ringing. Okay. Free arms, yeah? She's not gonna even eat that arm. Like, it's kind of disgraceful letting it go to waste like that. Kids these days. Let's see. I know I read that there's like PlayStation mouse support for this game, but I couldn't figure out how to get it working in RetroArch. It feels like it would be way better than the controller. Oh, behind the bar. Is there like anything we can do? This is really weird.
What? How? It's only an arm?
Oh, at least we get to hear that funny dialogue again. Oh, sorry, I don't know why my voice is so like screwed up. Probably because I streamed for so long yesterday. I talked to my aunt on the phone for like a long ass time today. She always wants to talk for forever. What in the hell did we do? Everything's normal here. I don't know about that. The hearth? It's like the one room that we were able to get into
This fireplace can still be used.
that we got a key for. The PlayStation got a mouse peripheral? Yeah, apparently. I have no idea what it was used for. I think I looked at the page for it, and there's like a surprising number of titles that used it. Talking to my aunt? Yeah. Don't you talk to your food before you eat it? Oh, now we can go upstairs. Just like arbitrarily? What? What is this game? Okay. Let's see. Look at her face. I love video games so much. Can use it to roast those random body parts for max flavor. Yeah. Man. This is like significantly more confusingly laid out than even the castle in Clock Tower 1. You used to talk to pillbucks in your backyard? That's adorable. Hey, look, is that a poster of Jennifer from Clock Tower? Clock Tower PlayStation? I guess it was maybe called Clock Tower 2 in Japan or something. Is that a piano? Did it? Huh?
What? The piano.
That laugh is really funny. Isn't that the same piano song that that one girl's playing in Clock Tower 3? Kind of sounds like Beatrice's. Who's that? Beatrice? Saturn and SNES had mice too. So PS1 having one seems par for the course. Yeah. There's that. Use it for Mario Paint. I think that the Genesis had one as well, but probably not used for too many games.
Ooh, spooky. Ooh, spooky.
It's just armor. I guess if you were alone in a house, like a humanoid shape like that might be kind of like unnerving. The laugh from Umineko? Still haven't played Umineko. Don't know what you're talking about. I try to avoid anything that even looks like a screenshot or a video from Umineko. I try to avoid looking at it. I'll get to it eventually. Good, yeah. It seems cool. Don't get spoiled. Yeah, that's. I feel like I may have gotten spoiled on some stuff for Higurashi already, which. But it's like, I hate being spoiled on stuff, but also it kind of feels like trying to anticipate how the hell the things that I heard are gonna like fit into the story of the game is like kind of weirdly interesting. You love Umineko? Yeah. Seems like Ryukishi's games are really cool. Umineko is even more chaotic. That's good to know. I still gotta get back to Higurashi. I should like it's so I keep I always am streaming. Those are some intense like laundry drying things. And also, this house is just in a black void. This is awesome. Time to read it out loud on stream. Oh my god, that would be exhausting. Didn't you do that with Uminoko? Seems like your vocal cords would just give out. Door's locked. Okay, so what's the point of coming out here? Some spoilers are too wild for you to even predict where they would happen. Yeah. You'd love to play them, but they're all longer than the Bible. Yeah, I think that the first 2 chapters of Higurashi took me like 20 hours each or something. I was like shocked. I'm a slow reader though. Putting it on auto read makes it like a little faster, but you couldn't even make it through the first episode. Wait, did I already say that? Yeah, they're all so damn long. You would literally have to be streaming like all damn day. And just reading that much out loud is exhausting. Even just reading those memos in Kodelka that were like so many pages of just like, oh, we are torturing people. Oh, I killed 20 more people and put them in the cauldron today. It's like felt like it fried my vocal cords.
Ooh, spooky.
Streaming a 60-hour VN seems like a good way to practice public speaking. Yeah, I mean like public reading maybe. I don't know, it doesn't really like enhance your social skills at all. You read like 10 hours in one go out loud. That is really intense. Are you ever going to go back and finish it on your own or something? It's really hard to like get the energy to just sit down and like focus on a digital book for so many hours. Your first playthrough took forever, and now you're rereading with the JP voice lines playing over it. Even longer. Oh my god. No, I love you, my daughter, whom I love. Yeah, those very long letters that are just like they just say the same thing over and over again. I don't know what was with that game and those documents. Like it added some flavor, but jeez. Oh, you had already read it before? Wow. You went back to do it again? That's pretty intense. To the right of the door? I don't know. I don't see any switch in there. At least there's... I mean, maybe it's like that quill pen in Clock Tower 1. Remember the quill pen? That was like literally 1 pixel wide?
A human torso.
Yep, not getting anywhere with that. You've wiped it from your mind? Well, that's fortunate. I can never forget it. Oh man, alive. Is it the switch on the outside? I don't know, maybe it's... Yeah, see, like, there's no... There's like the air conditioner, and there's like that toilet paper holder, but... I'm not like locking onto anything. Weird. What about the mounted candles? What? What are you talking about? The mounted... Oh, is it this switch? And the phone was just ringing again. But when we went to check the phone last time after it rang, nothing happened. It might be. There's one upstairs like that where the switch is outside. Why? What the hell?
What's that?
Ha 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 ha. Well, just a leg.
Only a leg. I wonder what this yellow liquid is.
It's not safe to have the light switch inside the bathroom. Too wet? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What about like lights in the bathroom though? You have like the light fixture in there. Hmm. I guess it kind of makes sense. I always feel a little creeped out like opening a room that's dark and then feeling around for the light switch. I don't like the darkness. I'm a fraidy cat. I'm always afraid a ghost will jump out and get me. This Exodia is taking too long to draw? What are you drawing Exodia for? Are you a
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh
the
head?
line's dead.
Big Yu-Gi-Oh fan? Alright. Check the base again. Your wife says that laugh reminds her of the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that. Man, it's a real thrill a minute kind of game, huh? Oh. Ah, water.
What? How? It's only an arm?
That line read is so like particularly funny. Riding by the seat of your pants on the edge of your seat. Yeah. Better hold on. Hold on to your butts. You meant all the limbs? You swear you're not drawing Yu-Gi-Oh right now? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying now. I have a couple of friends who play Yu-Gi-Oh, but every time they try to talk to me about it, it's like my brain just ceases all functioning. Yeah, thank you for always giving us wife updates. You know, I was talking to No Stunts about this. I was like, before I even started streaming, I had imagined like, what's my ideal audience for streaming? It was basically like Gen X guys who are married or something. And that seems to be exactly you. Card games are kind of obtuse if you don't play them. I mean, I think that Yu-Gi-Oh is obtuse even if you do play Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Isn't it like just notoriously obtuse? My friend always calls it Calvin Ball, like from Calvin and Hobbes. The new mechanics are too much for you now. You didn't keep up. Yeah, just they just heap more and more stuff on over the years, don't they? Is there a point to turning this off? Oh, now there's like a pizza box with some severed head in it. Are we like trying to find all the limbs? That face when not Gen X are married? Well, I mean, it's not like I don't want people who are not Gen X are married in here. It's just like when I was imagining in my mind. Whoa.
No. Oh no. Ashley.
Oh no. Poor Ashley. I'm not a Gen Xer either. So,
My amulet?
eh,
No, stop.
Don't be afraid, Alyssa.
yeah. Get that devil's fire. Oh, okay. So I think that, yeah, now we have transformed. We are Bates now. I guess her alternate personality. So our cursor has become like a little lightning bolt. You're a millennial and you feel like the oldest person most of the time, but you guess technically you're barely a millennial. Yeah, I'm kind of like smack dab in the middle of like millennial. I feel pretty old. Like it seems like a lot of like VTubers and viewers are like, I don't know, Zoomers or something. So it can feel a little weird being online these days. Being online is just kind of weird in general. Now to cast magic. You're 33 in June, right in the middle of millennial. Oh, okay. Sorry for assuming that you were like significantly older then. I think there was like some stuff that you had talked about that made me think that you had been born at like the beginning of the 80s or something. Sorry for making assumptions. Maybe that was someone else who was in chat. I don't know. Now to cast magic? That would be fine. You should be able to like blast everything in the house around like with physics calculations. Knock all the books off the bookshelves. That would certainly make this more interesting. Oh, now we can go through the door. This is really arbitrary. I don't know if I've really seen a game this damn arbitrary before. It's kind of charming. But we can't go through that door. We had to transform to even be able to like regard the door at all. Okay. It's weird when you realize the people you're talking to are almost 10 years younger than you. Yeah, that is extremely weird. It is extremely weird. Another wife update. She says you appear older online, apparently, with how you speak. Yeah, I guess I mean, you just communicate normally. You just talk like normal people. Just like you come across as just like a normal guy. Nothing weird going on here. What's that? Is that like one of those little elementary schooler backpacks? You brought up Zenith. Wait, you've tried to old post lesson chats, but it still happens subconsciously? What do you mean? What is Zenith? Growing up, you think as a teen most of your friends were in their early 20s, but you didn't think you were ever able to relate to people older than that? So for 20 plus years, wait, having a hard time parsing that message. Growing up, you think as a teen most of your friends were in their early 20s. People in that subfriends. Huh? I'm having a hard time parsing that message. I'm so sorry. And no one knew? You're like a 70-year-old man in a 32-year-old body. That's kind of cool, though. Old guys are cool. A television manufacturer? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Zenith for sure. Old CRT televisions. I think my family may have had one. Hey, Aki. How are you doing? Are you having a good day today? Sorry, you never looked at brands until you were like 16. I was just like, oh my god. If the brand on like a TV or something had like a particularly interesting looking logo, I would like fixate on it and like stare at it. The Zenith logo is like kind of cool, right? You're saying as a teenager you related to people in their 20s better than other teenagers. But 20 years later you still relate to people in their early 20s than people your own age. Oh, okay, okay. I understand now. You're good. Just woke up, Pog. Cool. Did you sleep well? Have any cool dreams? Any terrible, wicked nightmares? Gold star logo was also cool. I don't know about that one. Is that like a video company? The Z in Zenith was like lightning? Yeah, I think that's what it was. It would usually be like raised plastic that you could like touch and have like an interesting feel to it. Gold star became LG. Ah. Oh. Hey fella. You want me to turn on the light for you? Oh, it's our uncle or whatever. Well, let's examine what we can. I guess while we can. You dreamt you woke up and showered, then you actually woke up and you're still in bed. That's a weird kind of dream. Guess there are worse dreams about real life, though. Well, I guess let's talk to him.
Alyssa, you're okay.
Who the hell are you? What kind of place is this? It's like a haunted house.
Alyssa, no. No. Impossible.
Alyssa's asleep. I'm here instead.
Okay. He just immediately goes back to... What the fuck? What kind of conversation is that? And now we can't interact with him anymore and he's just gonna keep fumbling around by the TV? What the hell? Uh... Uh... Oh. Well... Oh, I wanted to talk with Alyssa. Yeah, he was mistaken. What a strange conversation. Everything about this game is just like completely alien. Everything is normal here. What room is that? Game made by and for space aliens. That Scissorman bastard is going to pay for shooting up my ride. Oh, I see what you're doing there. I feel like eventually I gotta play Duke Nukem for the channel, even though it's like so stupid. I like episode 1 of Duke Nukem, but Jesus, like the second one is terrible. I was also thinking about Blood, because I got Blood 2 The Chosen off of GOG during the Valentine's sale, because it looks like just dog shit in the way that I can't stay away from. Haha, Blood 2, yeah. The videos I was watching for it, I was like, man, this looks like a bad Unity game or something. I have to play this. Especially since I like Blood 1 pretty well. Want to play Disaster Report 4? Yeah, I actually do. But probably some of the other Disaster Report games before that. Disaster Report 4 looks like kind of cool. What? That was weird. Okay, so he's gone now. There's... I don't know. What the hell? There are signs all over Blood 2 that say no spitting. That's the part that stuck with you. That's funny. Ever played Tokyo Jungle? Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's kind of repetitive, but really unique game. I don't know. You don't get to play many games where you get to be just an animal. It's just cool in that way. You could never get very far in Tokyo Jungle, or in what are we talking about? Disaster Report? Tokyo Jungle is one of your favorite PS3 games? Yeah, I had a friend who would usually come over and when she would stay the night, usually she would play Tokyo Jungle in the morning while I was like cooking breakfast and stuff. It's fun to just like observe. The stuff like where you can play as like a tiny little animal. You can do like takedown kills on shit that seems like way too big for you to kill. It doesn't super live up to its promise, but you're happy it exists. You found a... Okay, that's kind of a... Quite a turn there. Why was there just a pistol in like a cabinet in the bathroom? Like, if you're gonna keep a pistol just like loaded, like somewhere in your house, wouldn't it be like your nightstand or something? Isn't that where people keep things like that? What the fuck? Yeah, Tokyo Jungle's really hard. I guess it's like a roguelike, you know? What are we even doing? Was there anything in this room? Man, compared to the first game, like, you know, even the complaints that I had about Clock Tower 1, like, this is like astonishing that somebody made this game. And we're just like, yeah, this is fine. Publish it. When you get really far in Tokyo Jungle, you feel like a king. Yeah. Just when you get all powered up, you get like all the cool clothes and stuff. Make your little Shiba Inu wear like hats and things. Does Bates react to things differently? Yeah, there was that memo that said like Bates and Alyssa react to things in different ways. You are stuck. Try putting down your amulet? Like what? Where? The amulet's not like
How gross.
it's not like in our inventory or anything. Wonder what that samurai armor is going to do. I don't know. Somebody on Twitter said that you have to examine the samurai armor to get the best ending. It's for some reason. It's like a condition. Just completely arbitrary. And if you don't examine the samurai armor, you'll eventually get locked into like a joke ending. He sounds exactly like Ghostface, yeah. That's a funny comparison. The Scream movies are so good. Well, 1 and 3. I don't really like 2 very much, honestly. It's a little... eh.
What a mess.
Wow, exciting. Really wildly different reactions. Oh my goodness. What the hell is this game? You only saw Saw 1 and 2? What? We weren't even talking about Saw. Oh wait. Okay, you only saw 1 and 2. Okay, I understand what you mean. I thought you were talking about the Saw series. I was confused. What did I like about 3? I don't know. It's just kind of like a stupid. They like went like really high action with it in a way that was like funny. Haven't seen one fire extinguisher? Oh, you will. From what I remember, fire extinguishers are a big part of this game. Rotting torso bathwater? Yeah. It's, you know, it's better than a bath bomb. You know, at the end of every episode of Hidamari's sketch when like goes and takes a bath and she always has a bath bomb. I feel so jealous. I want bath bombs. Oh, there's the amulet. Okay. Let's examine a few more things first. That always makes you want a bath bomb.
It's alive.
You're jealous of anyone with a bathtub. At my previous apartment, the bathtub was too
It's Alyssa's amulet.
in my old apartment, the bathtub was too infested with mold to like take a bath comfortably, so I wasn't able to take them until just recently, but it's quite cozy. It's also kind of too cold too right now. Okay. Cabinet. What's in the cabinet? Snack time. Yeah. Whoa. Cool. Attack. Do something. What? Oh my god. This music is awesome. Alright, bye. uh, Not as much of a banger as the Scissorman themes, but not bad. Yeah, it's definitely not quite as like timeless, but that was pretty good. Oh man, I feel like this movie or this game is gonna be a lot of waiting a long time of bumbling around just to get to little moments like that.
Wow, it's so full.
No, it isn't. There's like nothing in there. Okay. Everything's normal here. I keep accidentally clicking that. Yeah, we're all normal here. We're all well-adjusted people. Not anything weird going on. Oh. Cool. Poltergeist. To retroactively answer your question, your what the hell is this game is why you watch. Yeah, that seems legit. This is the kind of game where it's like you would never want to play it yourself, but watching someone else play it is like the fun part. We can still examine the arm.
Is it Ashley's?
You're our sacrificial lamb of gaming. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Can't experience it for the first time anymore, but you can do it through others. Yeah, I guess that's the appeal of stuff like this. It's just bewildering. How often do you get to play a game so like completely strange and obtuse
This
as this?
fireplace can still be used.
Yep. All right. If we got that key, what is that even for? Drawer key? I don't know. Haha. Everything's normal here. I wonder what's the point of all the things that we can examine that just say it's normal.
I wonder whose attaché case this is. I wonder whose attaché case this is.
I played Kudelka for you. How would you not like the person who took that bullet? I mean, it's a good game. I still think it's good, even though I did have some frustrating moments. And I mean, that thing with the pendant at the end of the game was my fault. First aid kit. Maybe we can use it to put that corpse back together. Just, you know, it was my fault for not... You found a pistol, but left... What, there's 2 pistols just like laying around this house? That's some paranoid uncle. Jesus Christ. Some frustrating 3 hours of grinding. Yeah, I mean, at least we were having like nice conversation though during it. If I was playing that by myself, I would have like lost my mind. But then I also probably would have like given up or like Googled it sooner myself. It was comfy. Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't so bad. I was kind of like having fun in a delirious way by the end. Well, if we can finish this by the time by the time
It's pretty full.
the week is over. I actually want to play the sequel to Kudelka, Shadow Hearts, even though I said that I didn't want to play it on an emulator. Wait, hey Chuba. It was nice to talk to people for a little bit. Yeah, you were great to have in chat. You seem like a good fit for this place. Delirious fun, yeah. You'd like to see Shadow Hearts? Yeah, it's kind of short for a JRPG. I think I looked at how long to beat and it said it was like a little over 30 hours long. So I think if we're done by with Clock Tower 2 by this weekend, we'll probably start Shadow Hearts. And it'll maybe take us like I don't know, two weeks, maybe 2 weeks and some change to to finish it. You try your best to read the room? Well, you did a good job. Thank you for coming back. Oh, there's like a CD player. Huh.
Oh, it must be broken.
Oh. Yeah! Cool. Gun? But I don't want to shoot this child. Oh my god. Shoot the child? No! We have already tortured children and animals enough on this stream. She wants to kill you? Yeah, but it's not her fault. Can I hide her to this tiny little desk? Oh. Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me this is gonna happen. What? Oh. And the casual saunter over to the door. Oh, that didn't even dispose of her. Her casually walking through the door while laughing is so funny. This is incredible. Let's see. There's a closet down here, right? Oh my god. I fucking love video games. That was really weird. The way that like she comes in at the precise moment that I exit the room has that Scooby-Doo feel. Just in the nick of time. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, I do want to play that weird-ass Scooby-Doo game eventually. That I was talking about, I think, during the Clock Tower 1 stream. Hey! No fucking fair! Oh, it's just to make you feel like she's gonna get you. Which Scooby-Doo game? I don't know. I think there's 2 Scooby-Doo games on the Super Nintendo. There's one that's like a traditional point and click with all the different verbs and stuff on screen. And then there's another one that's like kind of like a weird ass like action platformer kind of game. I remember the first level was on like a ship and the second one was at like a carnival. I can't remember what it was called or anything that really happens in it. I remember the clown like scaring the shit out of me, or whoever showed up at the circus in that game. Alright, let's go back to that room, because there was something like with some ghost flames on it. You guys remember like shirts with ghost flames on them? like kids in middle school would wear. The kind of shirt that you'd wear if you like spiked your hair up with gel. If you were a boy, I guess. What is that?
Statue? What is this? It's possessed. Ouch! It has some kind of power.
Okay, what the hell? It's a pretty good scream.
What's that scream?
The silk button-ups, yeah. Literally you? Did you really dress like that? That's so cool.
I can't touch it. But why?
Maybe only Bates can touch that. I want that backpack. I guess we'll go find our uncle. Your middle school had a dress code, so it was how you showed your individuality. That's so awesome. Is it like a very strict dress code? Oh, when you got home. Okay. Everything's normal here. We're all normal. How long does one playthrough of this game even take? Let's see. Well, our uncle was here last time that we saw him, so... You found the first aid kit. What does that do? Huh? You really wanted Converse with the flames on the side. But your cool older friend said they were fucking tacky, so you got regular blued ones. I'm sorry. Yeah, you should get them now. Kinda surprised I haven't triggered the samurai. Well, I looked at it earlier. For like a second. There's a doll over here. Never too late to fulfill your childhood dreams? Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Yes! Yes! Am I supposed to be... Oh. Use the thing! Use the sword.
I'm going to kill you.
Oh no, not again! Oh man. Get out of there! Quick! Ah! This game is goofy? Hell yeah, it is! That voice? I'm going to kill you. It's like a pretty bog standard thing to say to someone that you're going to kill. Let's get out of here. $80 on Amazon? That's too fucking much. Wait, the phone though. Oh my god. Still, I want to answer the phone. It keeps stopping, like, right. I want to answer the phone. It's probably gonna be, I'm going to kill you. And then the child will show back up and go, ha 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 ha, and then chase me around somewhere. Boss, you've killed a child. Great work, boss. Is that specifically MGS5 reference? Still need to get back to that game eventually. That's right. There is why you're the boss.
Ooh, spooky.
Okay. Remember how in like Fallout 3 or whatever, like the children were like invincible. People like immediately modded in like a means to like kill children in the game. Gamers are fucking weird. To be fair, they were really annoying. Mandatory mod. You guys are twisted. I wonder if putting down the amulet means we can take that statue now. Hmm. They shouldn't have said you weren't allowed to do something. Yeah. Guess that's one way of looking at it. Always on the V list of necessary mods. The last game that you played that let you kill children was Deus Ex 2. Is that game like worth playing? Seems really weird. Fallout 3 speedrun involves you blasting through the landscape while your player character is still classed as a child. That's so good. Oh man. Oh, I love video games so much. Uh
I can't touch it. But why?
Deus Ex 2 is the black sheep of Deus Ex, but it's cheap. Yeah. I get the sense that a lot of people don't like it. I think I tried to play it after playing the first Deus Ex and was just like, this is not what I want. You hate it when you played it, mainly because it was such a letdown after Deus Ex 1. Yeah. Kind of, I don't know, I'm interested in maybe if you go and play it without trying to compare it too much to Deus Ex 1, if maybe it's got some good aspects to it. You tried to play it twice and it broke both times. It seems like the kind of game, like a lot of those games from like the early 2000s are like all old PC games, you have to do like a lot of work to get them to run now. Oh, you know about Deus Ex 1? It's having the entire opening memorized in Snacklish? What the fuck is that? What are you talking about? Alright, there's this head. Can we do anything with it?
Ashley!
It's the Snickers conlang they invented as a marketing campaign. Is that saddest wish for a nuclear will hunger thing? Gonna bounce almost bedtime. Yeah. Alright, sleep well. Thanks for dropping in for just a bit. It's always good to have you. Wait, why?
Stephanie?
Why? Who's Stephanie? She just kind of keeps saying names. Uh-oh.
Michael. Michael!
Oh my god.
Don't be so scared. That little shit.
Snaquinus once spoke of the myth of caramel peanut toppers on the film. Can't trigger the night now, by the way? What? Why? Why? Bedroom key. Alright, well, there's no way I was gonna get the best ending. Michael is the one in the samurai armor? What?
Whoa.
What the hell? What a weird game. Like, I know it goes without saying, but Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. There's like no way. I wasn't gonna use a guide the first time, so I knew there was no way I was gonna get the best ending. What is this even the key to? What? Bedroom key? What? What bedroom though? Something on the first floor? This house is really confusing. I liked Richard's house in Clock Tower 1 better. At least he had cartoons. Huh. You wish Richard was still here under that chandelier with his rabid dog? Yeah. Kind of wish that we had a chance to go back to that setting in Clock Tower 1, but I was not gonna mash through all that dialogue again just to see more Richard scenes with what was that guy's name? Who was the cops? What was his name? I can't remember like anybody's name from that game. Can't even remember the reporter's name. I remember Rick, and I remember Jennifer, and who was the other character in the game? I can't remember. Rachel or something? Wait, what's this room? Okay, so that doesn't go to that door. Wasn't back here just the kitchen? You can barely remember names even in games you really like. Yeah, it's hard. Memory is hard. I can't remember anything. Oh man. Well, I don't think there's anything in here. What? What the fuck? There are some events that Alyssa can clear only when she has put down the amulet. Put down the amulet and then try again. Okay. What? It's so like arbitrary though. What a stupid game. I just can't believe this. It's just try everything over and over again in different situations. Put the amulet down and then try everything again. I just can't believe this. Every time we come into this room, the phone stops. No, I don't think there's anything in here, is there? I guess we didn't look at the attaché case as baits. Oh yeah, it's just that pistol. Alright, he has nothing to say about that, I guess. Not... Let's see. Now what to do? And the only thing I can think of is to turn back to Alyssa. The amulet was placed here. Pick up amulet. You know, they should maybe have like a graphic for the amulet sitting on the table so that you could like remember where you put it down. Just a thought. Oh, what are we doing? Oh man. Oh, I should have tried to pick up that statue as baits. Oh, I'm stupid. I can't stop yawning. Even though I'm liking the game, it is pretty damn boring so far. Just, you know, kind of keeping your fingers crossed every room you go into that something will happen. Anything. Hey, computer. Let's emulate Clock Tower 2
There's
on the
no one
computer.
left to use the computer either.
What kind of reaction is that? No one will ever use this computer again. Okay.
Michael, too.
Michael 2. Do you guys like Peggle? I remember liking it at the time, but it seems so arbitrary. Kind of funny. You've never played Peggle? Somehow I feel like you would like his stunts. I don't know why, but I think you might like the kind of disgusting looking animal man in it. Peggle? Yeah, I don't know. I remember having it on like it was like a really early Steam game I can remember getting. We have another key, bedroom key, but we haven't found the bedroom yet. What? Huh? Where is that key supposed to go to? For mourning the lonely computer first, and then seeing the dead body in the middle of the room. Yeah. This is a bit ridiculous. I'm saying you seem like a Pegglehead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peggle is arcadey fun. Yeah, it's just kind of. It's not like it's super exciting or anything. It's just kind of like something to do, I guess. Something to pass the time with. Man, what in the hell? What is this game? I wonder what that room is for, because I figured maybe we could hide in that door there. But when we were getting chased, I couldn't interact with it. Hmm. What even caused us to turn into Bates last time? Because we don't instantly transform and gain our beast aura. Reminds me of the brawler. No, the rush flames from the rush combo style in Yakuza Kiwami. Feels like I talk about Yakuza Kiwami on here a lot for some reason. You know, considering how obtuse this game has been so far, and how obtuse the first game was, even though it was like mostly solvable, and like how we had to resort to a guide to beat that game, I feel like probably what we'll do with this game is I'll keep trying through this stream to get as far as I can on my own, and then maybe for the next stream on Wednesday and Thursday we'll follow a guide. Because you know what, there's so many games I want to play for this channel.
Stop. Stephanie, stop, please.
Okay, what? So I don't know, there's just so many games I want to get to. I don't want to spend like an entire week and into the weekend or something trying to like beat this on my own. Did we not try the key on that door earlier and it just did not do anything?
Oh. Aunt Catherine, run! Hurry, run! No, don't come out.
Hurry up, old lady. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, this game.
The little twerp. I'll kill her next time.
So much like beating up on this child in this game. For really obtuse games, following a guide and treating it more like a VN is fine. Yeah.
That little monster.
What are we supposed to do now? That's how I'm thinking about it. You're following along with a game FAQ just for fun. The game is very obtuse. How bad am I performing so far? Oh. Sure. Why didn't it shoot? Alright, I guess, what am I supposed to do? Seems like Bates has like no stamina meter like Alyssa does. I don't know what the point of the gun is. Like what are you supposed to do with it? Like there's been 2 pistols so far, but I can't seem to use it against her. If they could be shoved and kicked that much, it sort of kills the threat. Yeah, I guess so. You just double checked, and Bates is the voice of Ghostface. That is the best thing. That makes me like this game a lot more. Even more. Like I already like this. It's kind of stupid, but I'm into it. Okay, we can't hide in the closet here. What are we supposed to do now? Huh? That's awesome. Just keep walking back into the room and kicking the child. Yeah, that'd be fun. It's a good way to entertain yourself. Oh my god. As for how I'm doing, just enjoy the ride. Gee, thanks. Let's go. Wasn't there a bat in one of these rooms? Hey, Cerebro. This game is like maybe the most obtuse game I've ever seen in my life. Did you finish playing Jet Set Radio? I'm so glad I was able to catch one of your streams live finally. You were really good at that game. Let's see. No, can't use the bat. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, we have a gun and just refuse to shoot. Yeah, we have found 2 different pistols in this game, and I don't know what you're supposed to do with them. Just finished. Internet died right at the start of the credits. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I guess you can at least like post like a Twitter discussion of the game or something, but then not everybody who follows you on Twitch is always gonna follow you on Twitter. Is the front affecting you too? I'm just ISP. Is the snow situation like affecting people's internet in the US? Oh, I guess Bates does have stamina, because his little lightning bolt just turned orange. Texas has rolling blackouts. Yeah, I guess we did have the power flicker here a few times from snow and stuff. ISP stuff, the concept of snow isn't real here. Yeah, kicking that, we've been like bopping this child around a lot. Kicking her, and we threw like a chair at her, but it didn't hit her. It was like we kind of threw the chair at the floor where she was like standing. What? Oh. Texas is doing rolling blackouts to save power. Yeah, we bopped her with that candelabra too. I have to say, it's not as fun as like Scissor Man. Like taking Scissor Man out with like a blanket or like a pot or something. It has some of like the same flavor, but what am I supposed to do? Like, why can't I get rid of her as this guy? I don't know what to do. What? I thought that was a gun earlier. Oh, oh! What? 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 What the hell was that? Did you see? We had like a little crosshair cursor for a second when I pulled the gun out. What? But why did it change? What? Huh? What? How does the gun work? Oh man. What? What? I can't get it to shoot. Okay, we're just running into the other room again. I keep getting kind of excited and then it just doesn't work. No, no, no. Don't go over there. Oh my god. I think we're gonna die. No. Okay. What the fuck? Oh my god, and we're right back in the chase sequence. Thanks. Gun. Oh! 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 We did it. We succeeded in shooting a child in the stomach. Oh man. This is why I play video games. Alright, now let's try and check out that glowing statue that Alyssa was like, why can't I touch it? I wonder if Bates can pick it up. Let's see. What the fuck?
That power. Dangerous.
Hey, wait, is he also Caleb from Blood? Something about his voice there kind of made me think like, everything's normal here. If I find out that Ghostface and this guy and Caleb from Blood are the same voice actor, I'm like going to absolutely lose my mind. Still not really. Oh yeah, we could go back to that room that when the girl was in there like fighting with our aunt or something. Let's go back there and see if there's anything to be found. You don't think he's in Blood just from IMDb? Just maybe a similar sounding guy. Damn. Stephen M. Waite. Okay, yeah, definitely different guy. Damn it. Right, let's see. He has an Echo Knight Beyond though. Still gotta play that sometime. After Echo Knight 2 though, probably. Which thankfully does have a translation. That would be fun for stream. Echo Knight is a cool game. Okay, my god. So that's all that Bates can interact with? Alright, I guess all that we can really do is go back and... Oh no, there's something we can examine. Oh, it's just the same closet? Alright. I'm gonna go get the amulet and then come back here, I guess. And see if there's anything else we can do. Maybe we can find the aunt around somewhere. Where would she be? Just we have to search every room now to find her. I would like to play some cute games for the streams sometime. So that I'm not just playing like back to back kind of like games with like really just like weird kind of unpleasant aesthetics. Like I like how this game looks, but it's like feels kind of off. All this yellow blood and stuff, or like Kudelka, all that pre-rendered 3D. Like remember the bad ending where everyone got their flesh melted off? Like all the games that I keep picking are like full of just like disgusting pre-rendered 3D or similar, just like unpleasant. The Life Force ending. You thought weird horror games were my brand? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I like weird horror games. Just you don't have to play them like all the time. What games are cute to me? Um, we did play Crystal's Ponytail. Remember? That was pretty cute. I'm struggling to think of anything off the top of my head that is not like, well, I don't even want to say. Monster World 4? No. Wait. What is Monster World? Oh, are you talking about... I thought you were saying Monster Hunter, and I was like, what? There's nothing cute about Monster Hunter at all. I guess if you're, like, really into the monsters, they're cute to you. Yeah, Stuns. How did I know that you would be the one to respond? More pony games then? Are there any more games that are just about ponies? Where you can play as, like, a pony? Probably like games where you can like raise a horse or something. Them fighting herds, yeah, that's a fighting game though. That's kind of like, I don't know, it takes so much time investment to get good at it. Man, what in the hell are we supposed to do? I mean, what would that even be? What would a them fighting herds be? Like stream be? Like it would just be me labbing for like 30 minutes and then I'd be like, oh sorry guys, my hands hurt really bad. I'm gonna have to stop the stream now. It has an extremely robust single player that has an RPG overworld? What? What? I always thought it was just like a fighting game, like Skullgirls or something. But hand hurting would be a problem, yeah. I have pretty like weak hands for getting RSI pretty fast. Mauve worked on the RPG single player? Who's Mauve? unfamiliar name. The person who made the rollback netcode for the Toho fighting game like 12 years ago? Oh, interesting. The Toho fighting games are cool. I'd like to get good at those. There was a point where I was like, I joined a Toho Discord server to try and find people to play the Toho fighting games with. But everyone in there was so intense. You like Toho 12.3? Which one is that? Is that Antinomy of Common Flowers, or is that Urban Legend in Limbo? The Toho Metroidvania? You mean
I wonder what this is.
Toho Luna Nights? That game is pretty cool. Whoa! Isn't that just Michael? Alright. Oh no, there's another dead body out here. I really like the sprite for Nitori in Toho Luna Nights. It's a good drawing, good animation. It's not the one where you fly all the time. Usually on the ground there's like a flight dash like in DBFZ. Ah. Her hair makes you think she's wearing one of those old school Mickey hats. That's funny. It would be better if she was wearing that. Nitori is so cute. One of your faves? Yeah, she's adorable. I really like, there's this one Toho Dojin artist, Karagataro, I think. I've read like almost all of their dojins because they're so cutely drawn. And the way that they draw her is like...
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. The way that they draw her is like really adorable. I might be able to like find... I have like screen caps probably somewhere. It's so fucking funny with the like voice line over like just like awkwardly dubbed over the action. Stephanie, I'm sorry. Who are your favorite Toho's, chat? Or maybe you don't like Toho at all. It's completely unknown to you. You kind of want to get more into Toho lore. You just mostly like the arts. Yeah, that's fine. It's unfortunately like a lot of the...
Catherine.
That's not what that text says.
She's dead.
Oh my god. What? 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 What the fuck? What the fuck? uh... Yeah, me too. Oh my god. You did a character sorter ranking thing once and learned that Mononobe no Futo is your fave? I have no fucking idea who that is. You like Suoko a lot? Yeah, she's adorable. Her frog hat. Your entire Toho experience is those B-Cup Chen comics. So Chen is the only character you know. Chen is pretty good. That's a good Toho experience to have. It's weird to think that that artist started doing Toho comics. I guess that technically counts as an ending. Who's that new one that likes stacking rocks? No clue, personally. Feels so basic, but you're in romantic love with Reimu. Yeah, she's great. Even if she is like the Goku of Toho, like, you know, It's not like Goku isn't cool too. Mononobe, the one with the Taoist hat. The thin black tall hat. Cool. That sounds cool. You got Lunar Nights installed? Could try streaming that? Yeah. I would watch that. It's a cool game. It's kind of hard, but the art and stuff is neat. Goku is super likable, especially in original Dragon Ball. Yeah. Other than that, you're a filthy Aya fan. Yeah. What's filthy about liking Aya? She's great. She's one of my favorites too. You're a big fan of Jun Yorigami and her sister. Who's that? You like Aya's game Shoot the Bullet? Yeah, the ones that have the photography mechanic are really interesting, but they sound very intense to play. Franz Stoppenbach. Jun Yorigami is the pestilence yokai whose bit is being very cruel and wealthy. Her cute older sister is impoverished and unlucky. Oh yeah, the poverty one. She's very cute. I think she's adorable. She does not wear shoes. One person on QA. Yeah, I wonder why this game turned out the way that it did. Can't imagine. Those two are cute. I feel like I've seen Jun Yorigami. Doesn't she have like sunglasses that are kind of like up on her forehead or something? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Seems like one of those games that has many endings. Yeah, I think that here we'll see in a second. There's like an ending list you can look at. There's like a lot. I think it's like up to ending G or like H or something. Rank ending is L. What the fuck? Take the L. What the fuck? You like patchouli. Also really like the interactions between Yomo and Yuyuko. Yomo and Yuyuko. Yeah. They're cute. There's so many cute Toho characters. I feel like it's like down to kind of like whichever games you've played like the most of, or if you're like into the manga. Wow, we got like the second worst ending. Jesus Christ. Or like dojins or something. Oh my god. You love Momiji? But she kind of got co-opted by the alt-right? What? Oh, that's a pain. Because I like Momiji too. I also like... Who's, Kumakoa or something? It's like some random ass, like, demon that lives in Scarlet Devil Mansion. There's like a mini-boss in Toho 6 that like never even has like a portrait sprite or something. I'm gonna get some more water real quick. I'll be right back. why does Toho seem to attract a lot of people like that? Shiki Aiki. You guys know a lot of Tohos I've never even heard of. I feel like a scrub by comparison. Alright, what the hell? What are we gonna do? Seems kind of like a... kind of suck to like stop now, but... This game is kind of a drag. Shiki Aiki? Hold on, I'm gonna Google a picture of her. Oh, she is cute. Who's the one that's got peaches in her hat? Tenchi? She's cute. And also, Yugi, the like that Oni that's like got one huge horn. Yugi Hoshiguma? Yeah. Yeah, she's cool as fuck. Mamiso is classic and you love her for no particular reason. Wait. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. That's Tanuki. I remember when I was like raving about her a little while back. I think we bonded over that. Alright, I just have to look at a guide. This game is like demonic. No one could fucking beat this without a guide. Oh. Getting a decent amount of small stutters maybe on your end? Oh no. Let me check my... Well, it says I have no drop frames. Huh. What the heck? Game has a total of 13 endings. What the fuck? There are 5 bedrooms in this game. In this house. What the fuck? You're like the couple of normal humans who don't live in Gensokyo. Who just show up in the canon music CDs or something. Yeah. It surprised you how many dead people are in this house. Yeah. It seems like more bodies kept showing up. Especially kind of confusing because that intro cutscene before you got to start playing only showed the aunt and uncle. I was kind of assuming it would just be them. Can't believe you haven't even mentioned Wriggle Nightbug. Yeah, Wriggle Nightbug is great. And I'm a big fan of what's her name? The one that's T-posing in Toho 6. What is her name? She's like a darkness yokai or something. What the fuck? Rumia, yeah. She seems kind of like underappreciated. Alright. Well. have a walkthrough here. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Like, how many of the Toho characters are motivated by just like wanting to like eat each other? It's so funny how often it comes up. Wow, cheating streamer. That's a long ending list? Yeah, there's 13 endings. I guess there was 10 in the first one, but jeez. Oh, I didn't turn on the skip cutscenes option.
Alyssa just called. She'll be arriving tonight.
You really think it's okay having her stay with us?
The children don't know anything about it. Everything will be okay. Anyway, Ashley will be home soon. Don't look so worried. That might be Ashley.
I'll go and see.
Even though I've watched the playthrough of this, I have no idea what the plot of the game is. Like, I can't remember what the...
Alan Hale. That Maxwell curse is...
Like, what is he talking about? I have like vague remembrances of like the final area of the game and stuff, but okay. Yellow cursed doll. Is that the doll with the ghost flames on it? Maybe on the bed.
Hello, Uncle Philip? Aunt Catherine? It's Alyssa. What was that?
I'm so sleepy.
What's that?
How do you guys feel about these like style of toilets with the sink on the top of the toilet bowl or on top of the toilet tank? Kind of weirds me out a little bit. I guess if you close the lid before you flush it, it's like not a problem, but there's like a psychological problem. That is kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe if it's something you grew up with, like it would be more normal. The green toilet alone wears you out. Oh, I think that colorful colored toilets are kind of fun.
I wonder what this key goes to.
Just like they designed it wrong on purpose. No, those exist. Those are real. You'd be down to get one. Arrival appears with the adventurous opinion. It's like, why? Could have just moved the toilet to the side a bit and put a sink in that free space. Yeah, but then you wouldn't have all that space to lay on the floor in your bathroom. You've never seen one in real life? I mean, maybe it's like a Japan thing. Let's see. Enter dining room 1. Use key to unlock door to dining room 2. Yeah, why do they have 2 dining rooms? These people like fucking aristocracy or something? Maybe they deserve to die. You can buy both at once and save so much money. Nothing in this game makes sense, including the house. Yeah, 5 bedrooms, 2 dining rooms. I don't know. Can you imagine like living in this house and like just navigating this space? It seems so strange. Inspect the table. Oh no.
What is that?
Those sound effects are pretty good. What is the arm sitting on? Like a mirror? That's a good question. I have no idea. It looks like a super ornate cutting board or something, or like a platter. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. You can't picture living in this house, only dying in it. I guess that makes sense considering everything that we've seen so far. You can imagine renting a room there and keeping to yourself and trying to never see anyone else ever. Oh, are you alluding to your IRL? I'm sorry. I guess that's any if you lived in any kind of house like full of people like this that you didn't know, it'd probably be like that. Uh enter bedroom 2, inspect the suitcase. What? Suitcase? Suitcase? You'd have so much time to think twice going from your room to the kitchen in the middle of the night. Yeah. It would take like 10 minutes to walk there. Suitcase? What? Enter bedroom 2, inspect the suitcase? Have we even seen a suitcase? Oh, we can't go out here yet. Hmm. The attaché? Yeah, I was thinking of that, but the guide says go upstairs. The attaché case is downstairs. Suitcase? What? Maybe that is what they're talking about. Because we can't seem to go anywhere else. Huh. Weird. Are these the suitcases? No, that's our suitcases. Huh. Mysterious. What could the solution be? Yeah, we can't even go in that room yet. What? What the fuck? Even the guide is useless? What the fuck? Suitcase? What the fuck are they talking about? What suitcase? Enter bedroom 2. Inspect the suitcase. There's no suitcase. Decoding the guide is its own game. Good. It's actually an ARG in the foreground? Where? Are you talking about the one on the first floor? Because that's not like usable. I think that's the luggage like that we arrived with. Are you talking about the piano? Suitcase. This is like definitely bedroom number 2.
piano.
It'd be really funny if they did literally mean the piano by that. What in the fuck? Because that is definitely bedroom 2. They drew an ASCII map in the guide, and that is bedroom 2 that they're referring to. What in the hell? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Alright. Enter dining room 2, pick up the amulet. She only got scared when it played badly, yeah. I guess if your piano starts playing like nice music, maybe you wouldn't be too inclined to like be upset about it. It's kind of a perk of a haunted piano in that case. What a mysterious game. Yeah, agreed. Kind of completely at a loss to like what anybody was thinking working on this game. All right. Well, that didn't activate anything. What? The suitcase? What the fuck are you talking about? I feel like I'm having like a nightmare or something. Uh huh. Oh my god. Perfect. Wake up. You have to stream Clock Tower 2 soon. Wake up. Yeah. This is just gonna recursively happen over and over again. I'm just gonna keep waking up and playing to this point in the game and then waking up over and over again. What? Where's the suitcase? What the fuck? Maybe this guide is not very good. Hold on, let me find a different guide. Written by a guy named D Fung. Can't believe I trusted that guy. There's only 2 guides for this game. Let's hope the other one is decent. Did I look at both bathrooms? I could have swore that I did. Maybe I didn't look at the torso. Did I? Maybe I just went in there and got the key and left. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I didn't look at this, did I? I'm so stupid.
What happened here?
Alright, now go upstairs. suitcase? Was there a suitcase in here at any point in the last thing? Did I already like fuck this up? Hey, there it is. Okay. That is not a suitcase. That's like a chair.
No! Oh no! Ashley! My amulet? No! Stop!
Don't be afraid, Alyssa.
American, never seen a floor chair before. Yeah. Seems so silly. Uh. uh. You love when old game FAQs make no sense because they interpreted some random object as something weird. I guess to be fair, that's a pretty vague object, and most Americans have never seen anything like that, so it does kind of like, remember we were all calling it a pizza box when we went in there. So or at least I was trying to drag you all into it with me. Yeah, we were all calling it the pizza box. Remember, guys? Everyone thought it was a pizza box, not just me. I'm an average American man. I call floor chair suitcase.
It's Alyssa's amulet.
Making me want to play RuneScape. Let's see. Now we want to go upstairs and go to the toilet and get the gun. Get the toilet gun. And your head cannon, it's still a pizza box with a head inside it. I guess whatever can improve this game, you know, you gotta make your own fun in between the cutscenes. This makes me want pizza though. What's they call it? A hot and ready? What does that even mean? What kind of joke are you trying to make? Don't make me want Little Caesars, like specifically. Gamer chair that no one actually uses. I guess weren't there gamer chairs in like the 90s and stuff that did sit on the floor like that? You love Little Caesars, best chain. I don't know if I would say they're the best chain personally, but there's like a certain spot that they hit sometimes. I would say they're like number 2 to Domino's. I feel like we talk about pizza a lot on this on this stream. Or not this stream, but just in general. Stream is sponsored by the generous chefs at Little Caesars. Yes. You guys know right now you could go out and get a Little Caesars hot and ready for $6.99 or less in your area. It'll be prepared when you get to the store and you can pick it up and take it home and eat it and it'll be really good. Please do this and tell them I sent you. They'll give me a stipend for it. Yeah, they were mostly all plastic and kind of rocked instead of sitting flat. What was the point of those chairs? You haven't had Domino's in like 10 years. They really that much better now? I don't know. I like them okay. They're kind of like, you know, depends on what day you order on more than anything. You don't think you've ever lived anywhere with a convenient Little Caesars nearby? Yeah, it's kind of the problem is you have to take it home and it's maybe not hot by the time you go home. But then that's why you put it in the oven or something. Put the entire pizza box in the oven at 500 degrees. Okay, go examine.
Yeah, how creepy.
Okay, so that was what? Yeah. Okay, something's happening now. Whoa. Samurai armor theme. That was cool. Okay. Oh. Will it have a head in it though? No, unfortunately. Use the affiliate code graphite puke 25. Yeah, they'll put extra puke on it for you. Specifically harvested from me. Domino's is a lot better now, but you'd never take them above local pizza places that aren't chains to places you've lived. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's hard to like find a good chain, like or a good local place. But once you do, it's you know good to order from them. But they're usually more expensive. Oh, let's go back downstairs then. It's in your car while driving home. One hand on the wheel, the other choking bag of slice. Yeah, I mean, I've been on a date before where we just ate Little Caesars in the car while watching Report of the Week reviews. Uh True ending time. Get the sword we fought the doll with. I don't think you can do anything against the armor. You just have to run away from it. Congo would kill you if he knew you used his emote for a samurai. Yeah, samurais and ninjas are not the same thing, Laika. How dare you? The local place that's famous in your town is trash, but luckily there's a new one that's better. What was so bad about the old one? Huh. Oh, he's still there. The guide says to just leave and do something for a few minutes and come back. And the samurai armor will be gone. How long do you have to wait? No stunts. You and your wife could go get Little Caesars and do exactly that. You have a wife. Oh, might as well look at the severed arm while we're here. There's a severed leg.
Ashley's leg?
You don't have Little Caesars there. Neither of us you can drive. Oh, I guess then you're shit out of luck then, aren't you? Well, when you come to the United States, again, I'll drive you both to Little Caesars and you can get Little Caesars and you can have a date in the car and I'll just get out and like walk around the block while you eat Little Caesars together in the car. Too thick, undercooked, and overly greasy. It's been around since the 70s though, so the older gen has nostalgia for it. It's kind of weird how some people get attached to food that's just kind of not that good. Okay. Samurai is gone. Enter living room 1. Turn on switch. Talk to the guy there. Okay. So the samurai armor's just like roaming around the house now? That's so funny. Him fumbling around in the dark is like still... Like this guy lives here. He knows where the light switch is. A Ronin. Yeah, I guess so.
Uncle Philip!
Alyssa, you're okay.
Uncle Philip, what happened?
No time to explain now. You've got to hide.
Okay, thanks, Uncle Philip. Uncle Philip, always with his cryptic missives. Uncle Philip, what are you getting at the grocery store? What are we gonna have to eat for dinner tonight? Oh, no time to explain now. You've got to hide. Okay. I guess I'll just wait and see later then, Uncle Philip. The carpet in this room makes me want to play like a golf game. This time he's not like, what? Not Alyssa? Returns to what he's doing. Yeah, it's just about as useless. What is the point of either of those conversations? You wish the real Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince was here. Yeah. Uncle Phil, you got to kick that samurai's butt. Is he gone yet? No. Alright. This is kind of annoying. I guess all that we can do is just stand in here and wait for like another several minutes until the samurai goes away. Uh... Well, exciting. This is an accurate experience having roommates you don't know super well. Yeah. Or avoiding your family when you live with them. Avoiding your neighbors when they're like what is it, milling around outside. Alyssa needs a hobby for her spare time. Yeah. We'll start another game and play it simultaneously when we're waiting for the samurai armor to go away. Switch over the game capture. Oh my god. Nope. Let's go through the door, please. Really exciting. The tension is getting me. They really made this game and released it out into the world like this. I wonder if the director like thought this is my grand vision. Maybe he just like is a sadist and like really wanted to like frustrate people. Maybe he hated Clock Tower and he wanted to make sure that none of these games would ever get made again. It's like the Beat Takeshi game. Yeah. Wasn't that like the first episode of Game Center CX? Oh, it sucks ass. Your friend's power went out last night on the penultimate episode of Twin Peaks Season 2. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, god damn it. Fucking samurai. So you have to wait for everyone's schedules again to finish it? No! That's the worst. Are you gonna watch Twin Peaks The Return after you're done with that?
Statue? What is this? It's possessed. Ouch! It has some kind of power.
Seems like the game was in development not long enough or way too long. Yeah, kind of has that feeling. Get desk key from the drawer. Optional. What? From the drawer? What? Oh, this drawer. Okay. Twin Peaks is your favorite piece of media. I mostly like Twin Peaks The Return more than anything. It kind of like I have my memories of like watching the old show, but I just like the format, the insane like format and like pacing of The Return so much. It's just like, all right, this is like the only TV show that I need. This game was released as a side game in Japan and got renamed as 2 for the Western release. Yeah, I think it was just called Clock Tower Ghost Head in Japan, right? But why did they even make this? Was it just like, okay, well, we already put too much money into this, so we just have to release it? The samurai is even worse than the doll because he's so dang slow. Yeah. At least like with that girl, like you can just like go get like some item or like hide to get rid of her. Is Clock Tower that big to justify a side game? I feel like it has like a cult following at least. I think that probably the first game was like pretty successful because there were just no horror games on Super Nintendo, really, right? Super Famicom. Enter bedroom 4 through balcony 1. Get bedroom key from the closet. Oh, we can't do that from here. Is the samurai still there? Gonna get ready to run back in. Okay. There's so few horror games pre 3D. Yeah. There's like Sweet Home and Clock Tower. I guess there's like PC games. It's like a lot of games like, I don't know, Waxworks or I guess maybe Waxworks came out after like 3D games that started coming out though. Alone in the Dark was kind of like at a time when there weren't very many 3D games at all though. That's like early horror game. It is technically 3D though. The characters are 3D. What else? I guess there's all those horror movie tie-in games for what do you call it?
Stephanie?
The Atari 2600. Hey, that guy's not dead now. Yay.
I wonder where Michael went.
Something different. Okay. Get bedroom key from the closet. Make sure you don't see a corpse in the chair. If you do, that means you cannot get the A ending. Great. Get bedroom key from the closet. Yeah. I don't know how you would ever like do these things in this order. We found a key. There's that one Innsmouse no Yakata game on Virtual Boy. Yeah, that is true. That game is cool. It's an interesting, strange ass experiment. Seems like it would probably be cool to actually play like on the Virtual Boy itself. No! Ah! No! Go through the door! What are you doing? No! Oh my god! I wonder if there's been any ports of Virtual Boy games to modern VR. I wonder. I mean, it's like the same principle, right? You want to see the samurai kill at least once? I want to make progress in the game. I want to see it too. I like bad ends in games. It's like honestly more fun than the good ends a lot of the time. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. There's probably a Riona compilation of this game on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, probably. For a lot of this kind of games, you know, there's sometimes you have to wonder what the motivation is. Is that like the director's secret vision? Or did somebody just like come along later and it's like, damn, I gotta compile this for YouTube. That fucking emoticon. Do you have something you'd like to share with the class, Stuns? Let's see. Enter dining room 1. Put the amulet in the vase. Why? Why? What is that? What is that emote? I can never comprehend what a lot of the emotes on on Twitch are supposed to be. I feel kind of bad because people seem to put a lot of work into them, but they're so small. Put amulet in the vase? Why in the vase? Like a 3D horse and like a bust of like a man. You need to put your mouse over them to see them well a
Stop.
lot.
Stephanie, stop, please.
Wait. Oh. Okay. All right, I see now. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, thank you. I'm such a fucking scrub at Twitch. Thank you, thank you.
Oh.
What? Huh? Was I just like not paying attention?
Stop. Stephanie, stop, please.
I think I was maybe lost in a reverie for a second. uh my one brain cell was occupied.
Oh.
Oh, okay, there we go.
But Catherine, run! Hurry, run! No, don't come out.
Hurry up, old lady. Get the hell out of here. You little twerp. I'll kill her next time.
Yes. Incredible. When the game is good, it's amazing. But like getting at
That little monster.
the sweet parts of the game are a little too difficult to come across on your own. Well, I'm glad I'm seeing it firsthand at least.
That wasn't easy.
Yes, it was. You just locked the door. Okay. Get the amulet from the vase. Alright. It's good every time? Yeah. It's just as satisfying as like, well, I kind of preferred the Scissorman dispatching animations in the first game a little more, but still pretty good. Just kicking a small child in the chest. You don't see why you wouldn't just punch her across the room anyway? Yeah. It's kind of, some stuff that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, nothing in this game makes any sense at all. Enter the storage, turn on the switch, talk to the woman, then inspect the heater twice to get some oil. Storage? The what? The what now? Storage? What? Okay. Okay. The room that we've never been able to go in before. Right. Of course. Man alive. What in the hell is this game design? Wait, where did we ever go into this room? Or no, we were never able to go in here, were we? What in the fuck? Talk to the woman, then inspect the heater twice to get some oil. Note the location of the heater is a bit tricky. It's between the drawer and some
What has
empty
happened to Stephanie?
cans. Oh.
And Ashley.
What happened here? Tell me, Aunt Catherine.
The curse. The curse is what's causing this to happen.
The curse?
Okay.
We're doomed. The Maxwell curse is gonna kill us all. We're doomed. The Maxwell curse is gonna kill us all.
Oh, man. Let's see. Can we get anything from here? First aid, maybe? What the fuck?
This kerosene heater still works.
What? Unlock the door to bedroom 5 and enter the room and read the letter. Where's bedroom 5? What? Okay, that's the room that we locked that child inside. Okay, we're almost at the end of this chapter apparently, and then I think I'll probably call it a night, because yeah, I need to go to bed probably earlier than I have been going lately. I gotta take my friend to the doctor tomorrow morning, so gotta make sure I'm rested up and all. Oh no. What the fuck? Are you gonna hide or what? You should probably focus on work too. Yeah, don't let me distract you. I always hate the idea that these streams are like stopping somebody from getting shit done or something. I'm very familiar with watching streams instead of getting stuff done though. Go in the closet, please. Well, as long as you're having fun and you don't mind working late, then that's just fine by me. Music is so cool. Oh my. Let's see. Alright. We're supposed to go back to that bedroom. How did she get out anyway? We locked that door. So stupid. Oh no, not you. Get out of here. At least you can get around him in this room. And it's not like those narrow hallways where you have no choice but to just stand in a room for like 5 minutes. What a clown game. Oh my god. Okay, enter bedroom 5. Read the letter. What letter? What are you talking about?
Oh, I wonder where Uncle Philip went.
Why is the bed what makes her think of that?
Letter? From Mr. Alan Hale. It's from my father. It's postmarked 16 years ago.
The statue I sent belongs to the Maxwell family. Ultimately, it was only a statue, and probably has nothing to do with the Maxwell's magic powers. There is probably nothing to the curse either. For now, anyway, I'm giving you the statue.
Statue? Not the statue in Stephanie's room.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe that there is a clock tower in this game. I don't know. We haven't seen to the end of it yet, but I feel like that will probably be the case. Yeah, there is a struggle. A struggle to figure out what the fuck to do in the game. Let's see. Enter bedroom 3, inspect the bed. Maybe the real clock tower 2 is the friends we made along the way. Yeah. I mean, that was the case with Kudelka. The fun of that game was just like talking over the stupid 3-hour grind fest for the item that doesn't exist. Shadow Spade, thank you for following. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. I'm looking forward to playing Shadow Hearts. I was testing it out earlier just to make sure that it would like run reasonably well on the emulator, and it looks like it runs well, and the graphics are cool. It's still got like pre-rendered 3D backgrounds. They kind of look like worse than in Kodelka somehow. I don't know how. Like they looked good in Kodelka. Like those were good pre-rendered 3D backgrounds, but Shadow Hearts are kind of like rudimentary. Might be kind of charming though.
It's gone. The statue. Where did it go?
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna ever play Shadow Hearts Covenant on stream because it's very long. It's like 60 hours or something. Oh, it seems so excessive to play on stream. When you start playing a game that's that long, I feel like it like alienates people who can't make it to the streams, like and don't want to just see random parts of a JRPG story.
Uncle Philip?
Oh, it's all because of that Maxwell curse.
Maxwell curse?
It doesn't matter now. You must go hide in the den.
What? What the fuck is this? Any of this dialogue? Oh my god, you're still chilling here, huh? Oh, these shadows on the floor in this room are kind of cool. You don't really see detailed shadows like that in a PS1 game. I guess they're just like textured onto the floor, but it's something. You gotta find something to like. The game is kind of cool looking. The environments are like, I don't know, kind of warm, interesting feeling. Just kind of rustic. Okay. I can't even remember how we saved in Clock Tower 1. Everything's normal here. Okay. Oh, okay. Screen adjust. Was there a Clock Tower game where the bad guy uses a big hammer? That was Clock Tower 3. There's several different killers in that game. And that's one of them. That's the first one. Maybe we'll play that eventually. Seems like maybe the best as like an actual game of like the Clock Tower games. Like if you're just gonna like sit down and play it without using a guide or something. There's a Clock Tower in 3? That is true. That is true. I think I watched Jerma play that game. That's pretty fun.
These books, they all look so difficult.
Let's see. Go down to the dungeon, turn on the switch, pick up the lighter on the table, and talk to the man again. Okay. Why is this called the dungeon? They're calling it the dungeon in the walkthrough. This is just like a room.
Comic books.
That's why it's a dungeon. A crystal ashtray. Cool. Get the lighter on the table. Maybe they've never seen a basement before. It's a man cave. God. Is there a 2-scale model of Phil? I think that's him, Stunts. I think that's the real man. He's just standing stock still. Look at Alyssa's eyes right now. She looks like a dead like dummy or like a fucking alien or something. Let's see. Talk to the man again. Phil's collector's anime fig collection. That would be cool. They should have like little models of them.
This is the statue. Everything started after Stephanie found it in the closet.
What?
That statue?
The curse is true. That's why you're possessed. Or
I've been cursed too?
you know, don't you? Anyone involved with the Maxwell family.
What? Oh. Whoops. Wasn't expecting that.
Well, there's nothing here I can use.
Look at that giant pack of cigarettes. I want cigarettes that big.
This is the statue. Everything started after Stephanie found it in the closet.
That statue?
The curse is true. That's why you're possessed. Or
The curse is true.
I've been cursed too?
you know, don't you? Anyone involved with the Maxwell family. Oh!
Oh my goodness. Do you guys collect anime figs? They're kind of cool, but they're so fucking expensive. And they just take up so much space. I have like a tiny little, like a little tiny figure of Asuka from, I think it's from Evangelion 3.0 specifically. But that's about it. Yeah. What kind of ones do you get,
Burnt.
Stuns?
The statue. Burn it.
You have a
Uncle
couple
Philip.
Nendoroids.
The statue. Hurry. Burn it.
You only have a few, too expensive. You have a few. You legit thought fake Newtons at first? What?
Burn
have-
the statue?
You have rules that you allow yourself to before you even allow yourself to consider buying one. Like what? What are your rules for yourself on your anime figures? You have one of Miyako from Hidamari Sketch. Good. Good. Fantastic. And a Yatsuba. Also good. Awesome. Miyako is like one of my favorite characters in any media. How was Philip here? Wasn't he downstairs? I guess he walked upstairs and fell down. Oh no. Well, see you later. We would never have figured out this sequence of events, like in a million fucking years. What?
I must burn the statue.
Huh?
I'm going to kill you.
What?
Just
Oh.
give up.
Oh my god.
Hey, you little shit. What good is it gonna do to burn that? That's the way I do it.
Jeez. Huh? Oh.
Amulet, protect me.
Whoa! Whoa! Cool!
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
Whoa. You vibed with Miyako so hard you had to get some kind of fig with her. Yeah, same here. She's so cool. She's really like all the characters are good in Hidamari Sketch, but Miyako is just like head and shoulders the best. You have two different Tsukasas and a Kagami. Nariko from Monogatari.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hey, you okay? Alex Corey, Monterey County Police. You don't have to talk. This place? Memorial Hospital. I got a call from Tate's wife. When I went inside, I found you and a girl laying on the floor. I carried you out here.
Stephanie, how is she?
She was badly injured, but she'll be okay. She's not gonna die.
Oh my.
What was that?
Ooh. Chapter 2. Noisy Monster's Cage. It's a cool title. I'm gonna save immediately, because I can't do any more of this tonight. You gotta seriously love the show from the bottom of your heart before you can spend more than $60. Yeah, that seems sensible. Some people just get figures of like shows they don't even watch. It's kind of like, why? Why would you do that? Oh my god. No horny figs regardless of how much you like them, just for the sake of not having to hide them when your family comes over or something. Oh my goodness. We still have Mercedes from Odin Sphere. Not very familiar with that. That's like the Vanillaware game, right? With like the bunny guy. You forgot we were on chapter 1? Yeah. Don't forget, there's another entire 2 chapters of this game to go. Get hyped for it. That was the first save. Playing dangerously. Yeah, I was kind of, when I realized that if I didn't pick up that amulet like as soon as possible, that I would probably get an ending, like a bad ending for Bates taking over or something. I was like, oh fuck, I haven't saved it. It's been like 55 minutes. Holy shit. You have a friend whose whole house is entombed in horny merch. Well, I guess it's, you know, it's a way to live. You know, kind of respectable in its own way. Kinda like buying groceries while hungry. Wait. What do you mean? What is that in response to? Well, small apartment. Oh my goodness. He says he can't take a photo in there. Yeah. I put anything that looks suspicious just in my closet so that if maintenance ever has to come in, they're not going to be like, why do you have this? Like, what's up with this? What's wrong with you? In response to hiding things from visitors. Yeah. Wait. What do you mean? How is that like buying groceries while you're hungry? What? I'm confused. I'm still laughing though. Oh man. Well, this game certainly is a video game, huh? Well, I think we're just gonna finish this next time. Just keep following the guide and like, I don't know. Then we'll go on and do something else on Thursday. Maybe we'll start Shadow Hearts. Maybe. Yeah. Because if we start Shadow Hearts Thursday, we can probably do 2 Shadow Hearts streams over the weekend, and then we could probably, I would expect we might be able to finish Shadow Hearts like next weekend with that amount of time. Buying horny figs while you're horny could lead to spending way too much. Well, I don't know. You could just, I don't know. I understand like the appeal, but also I kind of don't at the same time. Like I respect it, but I don't know if I would ever really get any myself or anything. I have to think about it. Comfy stream. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. Even though all we were doing is just following guides and talking about anime figures. Oh my god. Well, we've got 2 figs of Togame from Katanagari, so the scale and a Nendo Petite. Who's that? Hold on. I'll look up a picture. Oh, she looks cool. I think the only Monogatari character I can think of off the top of my head is like that girl with the gigantic backpack. Yeah, thank you for coming, Chuba. Thank you to everyone for coming. So, yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go take care of my duties, bedtime duties. Take care of the rabbit tending and things. Different series but same writer. Mix up is understandable. Oh, okay. Yep. Thanks for coming. Hope you have all kind of lost that sentence. Hope you all have a good evening. And I guess if you're going to come back and watch more of this, then I'll see you on Wednesday. So, see you later.